thing I want to give you. Go in your notebook to when I first started Monday, when I gave you all them rules. Go in your notebook to where you have all them rules of exponents I wrote down. Just go where that is. How many of those were there?
5, 8.
8? Okay, look, there's one more here I want to add. We'll just add it to the list. We call this rule number 9. There. Let's mark that down. Right here. Now, how about you just use your common sense? If you have a fraction raised to a negative exponent, what do you think is going to happen? Come on, use your common sense. If you have a whole fraction to the negative end, whatever number that is, what do you think would happen to that fraction? Use some common sense. What do you think? Chris?
1/8 to the power 9.
Well, what do you think you would just do to the fraction? Because technically, wouldn't this be to the negative n and this be to the negative n? So technically, wouldn't the top go down and the bottom go up? So when you have a whole fraction to a negative power, you're simply going to flip the fraction like this, but then it'll be to the positive end. So there's rule number 9. So here we go. Look at the paper. Now you're going to write on the paper. And then you're going to have another assignment to go with this. Tomorrow when you come in, you're going to have like 3 assignments that I'm going to give back. Because I have the last 2 you did back there. And you turned them in the same day. There's 1 more to go with that. And then tomorrow and Friday, I'm going to get into what you haven't seen before. All these rules of exponents, but fractions in the powers. You haven't had that yet in a math class. Okay, you see this one right here? You're writing on your paper, everybody, the A problem. Question, can you do anything inside the parentheses to reduce it? Can you do anything to reduce what's in the parentheses? You can't, right? So all you're going to do to this for the answer is what? In fact, somebody, give me the answer. Cube everything in the whole fraction. Big raised to the 3rd, take everything on the top and bottom and cube it. Howard?
-27, a to the 6th,
No.
or
Power
a
to
the
a
9th,
power, you multiply, right?
a to the 9th,
Over.
b to the 12th.
Okay, now, you're writing on the handout, everybody. Okay, go to problem B. Tell me what to do. Showed you this yesterday. What are you going to do in problem B? Can't leave it like that. Remember, no negative exponents in the final answer. Joe?
It'd be x, well, no, it'd be y to the 7th on top over x to the 6th.
Everybody, x to the -4th goes down. X to the 4th times x squared is x to the 6th. Y to the -5th goes up times y squared, y to the 7th. Again, a lot of these problems are kind of quick. Now look at the C problem. You're not going to get the answer to that in one step. Now, some of these are getting more involved, as you can see. What would you do with that first? Somebody. Let's do each part first. Alex.
You would square it.
Square everything. Go ahead.
So it would be 9x to the 4th.
Over.
Y to the 2nd.
Now, this is times. I'm not going to say anything because I already gave you that over there, right? What are you going to do immediately when you see a big fraction raised to a negative power? Well, that's why I gave you that rule number 9 over there. Whenever you see a big fraction raised to a negative exponent, you're going to, now listen to me. When you flip it, you're not going to change anything in here. This just goes up and this goes down. So here, well, times y to the -2nd goes up to the top over 4x cubed. And now it's going to be to the positive first. And you would have to show that for your first line of work. Now, What's the only thing left to do to get the answer now? Now use what I've been giving you the last 2 days. Just tell me what to do. Come on. You've already done this kind of stuff. If there's an x cubed here and there's an x to the fourth up there, what can you do? Now, what's the matter? You forgot everything. The last 2 days, I know, were very easy for you. You guys got all the problems done in no time. Well, now we're just using the rules. What's the matter? Jack?
Cancel out the x. And then,
This x cubed can go into the x to the fourth. Everybody, do you follow me there? This x cubed can go into the x to the fourth. Now you still have an x there. Do you see that? Because isn't x to the fourth over x cubed x to the first? How about somebody give me the answer to the problem right now? You're ready to give the answer. The answer's got to be one single fraction. Remember, no negative powers in the final answer. So this is actually going to come on the bottom. So what am I going to have in the denominator altogether? This is coming down, becoming y squared. You guys, you're acting like you forgot everything we did the last 2 days, and you all did it real easy, because I have the 2 sets of papers back there.
4y to the fourth.
4, this comes down, y squared times this y squared makes y to the fourth, and what's the only thing on the top? What's the only thing left on the top? Jack? 9x. Now, you see the answers? Notice, no negative exponents anywhere. Joe, question?
Why couldn't you do the y's cancel out? Because like, if you subtract the bottom line.
The y's don't cancel out.
Because that's a negative.
Right, they're not the same. Y to the negative second is not the same as y to the second.
Yeah.
This is coming down, becoming y to the second times this y to the second, making y to the fourth. Okay?
Oh, well, even if you did that, it'd be minus minus, so it's really plus.
Correct. Exactly. What you just said is exactly true. Problem D. Somebody? You can't give me that answer in one step. What's that? Fellas, you guys are like forgetting what we just did the last 2 days, and you all did it very easily. Wow, this is take longer than it should. Tell me something to do in problem D. That ain't done. Just give me one thing you can do. Alex,
Multiply square root.
what did you say?
Where you multiply them, right?
You said square roots. There's no square roots here.
Mm,
Power to a power. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What's k to the third raised to the negative fourth?
K to the 12th, negative 12th.
K to the negative 12th. Now look, you see, you could have. All right, somebody, that ain't done. Somebody, tell me something else to do. Reduce. Wow, you guys, what's going on? You forgot everything I did the last 2 days, especially yesterday? What are you going to do with that stuff? Ethan,
The k's go to the bottom.
these are both going to go down, right?
Yeah.
What about the 12 over to 6?
Oh, it reduces it to.
That's 2. This comes down and becomes k squared, correct? This comes down and becomes k to the 12th, correct? And there's already a k to the 5th on the bottom. What's the numerator going to be in the answer? What's the numerator going to be in the answer? Because both of these are sliding down because they're negatives. Mike?
2.
2 over k squared times k to the 5th times k to the 12th. Are you paying attention here? These are a little more involved than the last 2 days. What are you going to have on the bottom with all them k's? K to the 2nd times k to the 5th times k to the 12th. What do you do to the exponents? No.
You add them, so k to the 19.
Who has a question? Do you all see that? What order you do this simplifying in, I don't care what you do first or what you do second, but you're all gonna end up with this for the answer. Look at problem E. What are you gonna do there? That's a -1 there, just remember that. Here, how about the denominator? What's the denominator gonna be? Got a power to a power down there. Fellas, what's the matter all of a sudden? All of a sudden, it's like you don't know what to do. The last 2 days, I know you all thought it was simple. Well, this is still negative exponents and using the rules. What's this denominator gonna equal? Wow. Rob,
9m to the negative 6.
9 power to a power, multiply the exponent, so that's 9m to the -6th. What are you gonna do on the top? Now this 2 ain't going anywhere, right? Just bring that 2 down. So here's the question. What are you gonna do with that? What did I tell you yesterday to do in that situation? Well, this is amazing, not in a good way. Downstairs, it maybe was amazing. This is amazing what's happened here, but not in a good way. Somebody? Chris?
Move everything in the parentheses down. Don't mess with anything inside of the parentheses.
Thank you. Here's a quantity to a negative power. So if this quantity comes down, won't it be to the +4th then? But, did you hear what he said? What are you gonna do to the stuff in the quantity? Somebody? Joe? Nothing. So the only thing left on the top right now is the 2. All right, let's keep going here. Let me bring this down. All right, right here. That's a -1 there, isn't it? What's -1 to the 4th power? Wow. Did you plan this or what? I swear to God, it's like you haven't been in school all week now, today. Everyone's like staring at it. What? What's he talking about? What's -1 to the 4th power? No,
1.
+1. So it's going to be positive. What's m to the -1st raised to the 4th? Power to a power. Use your rules. M to the what? Mike.
-4th.
M to the -4th. Look what's on the board here. What's the only thing left to do? You can't leave that answer like that. You know that. What's the only thing left to do to that? Take care of business with the negative exponents. Howard.
You bring them up to the numerator.
So 2, now this is going to be m to the 6th up here. This is going to be m to the 4th up there. So what's that going to be all together up there for the m's, Howard?
M to the 10th.
M to the 10th over 9. Now, let me step back. This is not going very well, because I'm getting bad reactions here. Is there a question? Because in about 5 to 10 more minutes, I'm going to give you a batch of problems to do here. A number of these problems aren't one-step problems. You cranked out them problems the last 2 days. Most of them you just looked in your book and wrote the answer down, didn't you? Now, what order you do what I'm doing, I don't care. You know, if you did something else first or second, you're all going to end up with the same identical answers here. Look at problem F on your paper. How I started class. You got a big, huge fraction raised to a negative exponent. What do? Come on, you guys. This is driving me crazy here. Come on. I just gave you the property at the beginning of class. What do you do when you see a big fraction, Andrew? You flip it. Now look, when I flip it, I'm not changing nothing. I'm just inverting it. But now, it is to the positive second. When you flip it, it's to the positive. Now, look inside here. Can you do anything to reduce what's in the brackets? The answer is yes, you can. So look. I'm not going to start squaring anything yet. What are you going to do with 12 over 8? Just a regular fraction. Ethan.
B3 over 2.
Okay, x to the minus second's going to slide up. What are you going to have for the x's? These are killing me, fellas. You're not cooperating. X to the minus second's going to go up. What are you going to have for the x's? Max. X to the fifth. Y to the negative first is going to slide down. What are you going to have for the y's? Jack? Y squared. So what's the only thing left to do? And you got the answer. It's the same as we just did here in the first problem. It's the only thing left to do. Andrew? Go ahead, Andrew. Square everything.
9x to
There's that answer. I told you these were going to be a little bit more involved than what you did the last 2 days. Problem G. Now please, somebody, tell me what to do first. Problem G. Look what you see on the top. I just went over this yesterday with you. What are you going to do because of what you see on the top of problem G? Jimmy. Thank you. Quantity to the negative third. So this quantity is going to come down here. So what are you going to have on the top? A 1, right? Now you see this 4a cubed b to the minus fifth? Leave it alone. Now I hope you're getting this. Now this is coming down. So this is now going to be to the positive third. And then there's the 2ab. Now, do you see what I did there? And I hope so. You guys are you're just all sitting around here. 1 over 4a cubed b to the negative fifth. Okay, go ahead. Cube all that. Cube all that. Rob.
4,
Cube all that, I said.
8, 8 cubed.
Thank you. Equals, now, 4 times 8, that's 32. What's a to the third times a to the third? Just use your rules. What's a to the third times a to the third? Howard?
8 to the 6th.
What's b to the next? All right, listen up here.
May I have your attention now? Second lunch is now beginning. Second lunch is now ready to roll.
What's b to the negative fifth times b to the third? Add the exponent. B to the negative fifth times b to the third. Use the rules, fellas. Max? B to the negative second. And what's the only thing left to do now? You can't leave that like that. No negative powers in the final answers. Joe?
T to the second over 32, a to the second.
Last one, and it's the most involved one. Look at this. Tell me what to do first. Come on. What are you going to do first? What are you going to do with that right there? Chris?
Flip it.
Flip it. So I'm going to do that. This gets inverted. But when you invert, what happens out here? It's now to the positive second. Okay, what are you going to do with that second one? Wetzel.
Flip the R's.
Okay, did you hear what he said? R to the minus fifth, he wants to bring that up to the top. R to the minus first, he's going to bring that down to the bottom. All right, that's okay. All right, somebody. How you do your steps, in what order you do them, I don't care. The results will be the same. What are you going to do right there? Somebody. What are you going to do right there? Continue. Right here.
The part of the negative go down.
All right, did you hear what he said? You're going to take that r to the minus third and put it down. So this would be 5 over what, Rob?
5 over 3 r to the 8.
R to the 8th. Now, this is still squared, isn't it? We didn't square anything yet. All right, what's going to happen right there? These are obviously more involved. Come on, we're almost done here. Ethan.
It'd be 9r to the 4th over 2.
Okay. R to the 5th over r to the 1st is r to the 4th. So it'd be 9r to the 4th over 2. But that's still all cubed, right? Now, what are you going to do there and there? Who was that? I hope you're paying attention here. This is where people are going to screw up on a test if you're not careful. What are you going to do with everything right there? Just do it to everything. Joe. Square everything. Go ahead, Joe.
25 over 9 r to the 16th.
Don't worry what the exponents are. You know, r to the 16th. So what? It is what it is. Times, all right, somebody cube all of that. Now, don't get bent out of shape because 9 cubed is going to be somewhat of a bigger number. This is where people go, oh, I made a mistake. Can you handle that? 9 cubed? Ooh, it's going to be a 3-digit number. 243. What? Who said that? Estes, was that you? What's 9 cubed, somebody? That means 9 times 9 times 9. Howard?
729.
729. R to the... Howard?
12.
12 over 8, right? Bear with me. Now what? This is obviously the most involved problem here. But the last 2 days was all leading up to today. They weren't all going to be simple one-step problems like the last 2 days. Can 8 or 9, well, 9 into 729. Does it go in? How many times does 9 go into 700? We just did 9 cubed. Hello. How many times does 9 go into 729? Ethan?
81.
81 times. So we can do that. Wow. This is a doozy. I'm not going to lie. But it doesn't mean you can't do it. Do you have any other things you could cancel here? Wow. I'm not going to lie to you. This one's a little ugly, but it is what it is. Somebody want to punch 25 times 81? Rob?
2025.
Wow. Say that again?
2025.
Here's the r to the 12th, and here's the r to the 16th. What can you do there? Ethan?
But you can cancel the 12 out, you can not the 4 or
R to the 12th goes into R to the 16th and leaves
or
R to the 4th. That's right. So what's the denominator? What's the denominator? Jimmy?
Why did you reduce 825?
Huh? How? No. How are you gonna cancel 25 on an 8?
Never mind.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Good. Check, I got that. What's the denominator? And we're done. How?
8 are the 4th.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. Ugly problem, but it's using all these different rules. Now, listen, you need to write this down. Now you can get your iPad out. Ooh, I hope you guys gotta cooperate a little bit better than you did